risky sending it unescorted, but again, it's such a densely packed map that barbarians are not a huge thing. Policy. Oh, we're going to get landed elite right away. More food in the capital, very good. Our happiness is going to be pressed soon, but we'll be able to get the cocoa. We've got 3 uniques in Brussels. You know, if we hadn't moved to the river, we wouldn't have had access to this cocoa in our capital. And it might have actually been stolen away from us as well. You know, one of those things, like chaos theory, right? It all builds together. All right, this tries to name it as Brussels, which is the default name. We're going to go with, what do we think? Bruges? Bruges? Bruges over there. I think that's going to be okay. I'm tempted to start with another worker right away. But perhaps an early shrine. So, if I bought this tile, very close to having enough to getting these cattle. I'm worried that Salzburg will auto-grab it, though. I'm hoping they'll grab this cattle first rather than that one. So we are 3 turns away from being able to purchase that. We'll just have to hope. I'm going to start moving right away, and I'm going to get out of range of the archers here. Happiness is still good right now, although it won't remain so. I don't expect there to be barbarians over here, especially with a caravan going by, so we should be able to hook up our cocoa. Temple of Artemis has been built. That's fine. We really weren't aiming towards that. We can fire on a barbarian ship. You know, we'll be able to send coastal trade routes to Carthage once the barbarian ship problem has basically resolved itself. Do I want to go that way? I don't think that's actually going to help. Well, actually, maybe it is. Oh, a lake. I'm really happy I went this way. We got sheep, more cotton. I bet you there will be a decent spot there, but this way Bruges gets set up a little earlier. I didn't check what tile it's working. Okay, it's being sensible. And what about over here? Are you working reasonable tiles? You're prioritizing this for the gold, which we don't need right now. Oh, it's doing that thing where... There we go. I'd much rather this tile here. Oh, that's not going to be enough. We do need to make sure we get 65 as quickly as possible, because we... Ah, for crying out loud, they bought it. They got it. Okay, it's not the end of the world. That doesn't make us or break us. It's a little annoying, but it doesn't really, you know, wreck anything. So that's okay. All right, I guess we'll just save our money then. So we don't need that. We can work this for the extra hammer at this time. Plus, it's going to get improved in a second anyway, so that's fine. Scooch up. Okay. This is all right. What? France? In a game with Belgium? What is this craziness? We'll go ahead and do the embassies, even though he's a little bit more aggro, and now he'll know where my capital is. But I really want to know where he is. He's really far away. Okay, excellent. France, you go crazy. You're actually right on the border of the map. That's another thing. Just like the Canadian map, this doesn't wrap around, which does have certain implications. Every now and again, France will go ballistic and will like go really aggressive with an expansion, which will be dangerous because it is quite far from me. But in that, A, I'm safe that it won't destroy me, but it's dangerous in that I can't counter him. Oh, I should have killed it with the archer here. I'm going to trade route, destroy a barbarian encampment down there. Well, we're not going to do that, and they also want money. We can't really afford that, so let's go ahead and move our archer up this way. We can fire across. I'm just going to move up the hill since I can't destroy it now. Another city-state there. Oh! I don't know what's going to be over here, but we could put a city right here and build ourselves a like a straight connection. If we put a city on this tile, we can sail ships across this. And I think technically someone with open borders could as well, because I think they could be here and then sort of hop across. But that's quite cool. There's at least a fish on the other side, so I don't think it's going to be an open sea, but it might still give us an opportunity to do a little bit more work with boats. I think we'll want some boats on this map to protect our coast, if nothing else. And I mentioned in the last week when we first got this location is if our borders expand to here, we'll be blockading this straight here basically, unless again people get open borders, which is quite nice. Finish that archer, which is good. Granary is quite nice, but I think we want the library first. We will want another worker. We're going to want another settler actually relatively soon. Not quite yet though. Usually my timing works around where my capital becomes around size 6 or 7 before we get our next worker, or our next settler. I'm just going to ignore that guy. Oh, it's not my turn to play anyway. Liv Gadel, thanks for the sub. Great library has been built. Pretty standard on high difficulty. If you're not used to playing on higher difficulties, you really don't get much wonders. Because the AI, again, starts with like more text, so they can get to the wonders faster, and they get some pretty significant other bonuses. Bronze working is done. We've got iron right over here, and no one is going to take it from us, not even the city-state. In fact, I suspect Brussels will auto-expand there. Oh, in one turn. Very nice. And it's a 6-stack, which is more than we ever need. Bruges doesn't have access to any. Beijing, they will eventually get a little bit of iron. We don't know. It doesn't look like Vienna has any. So Vienna looks like... I guess... It's hard to tell exactly, you know, how this works out. If this is sort of France-ish then this little spit here, this might actually go down to an Italy-ish, which makes, you know, Italy-ish. Yeah, so we got Venetian coast, get into Constantinople, so Vienna's our Constantinople, something like that. Maybe. It's rough to say. I mean, again, there's no one-to-one mapping. We'll go there. I guess we'll take the first shot, but that's all right. We can heal. They can't. This is actually going to be a swell place for a city. Being on the hill itself might be slightly better in some sense, but the positional advantage of being able to cross boats here could be stupendously good. We don't have to rush sailing. I think what we'll do is pick up trapping so we can build that camp, and then go to construction so we get our composite bowmen and really up our protection quite a bit. Also, masonry will help us because we can build our quarry on the stone. Protections. I think we're set up for a pretty decent start here. In fact, we might even make friends with people. China's actually friendly with me. I don't suppose you'd be interested in actually friendship? No. Because our special ability as Belgium is if someone declares war on us, every civilization we have friendship with grants us a free unit. Not bad, huh? Pew pew. What was that? Oh, we can found a pantheon. Nice. Actually, before I attack then, any chance we can still get stone circles? No, someone has taken that. That's fine. What about, what's it called? Open air something? The thing for pastures. I think that's gone as well, too. Well, poo. That's really annoying. We can find that out, can't we? From the religion screen. Jay Weisner, thank you very much for the sub. There's actually a religion that's been founded as well. Yeah, see, there we go. Faith from quarries, food from camps, culture from pastures. Damn it. Damn. Those all would have been really good. I don't think there's one for cotton. Or plantation one. And we're probably not going to compete for a religion. So we only need something that's sort of a temporary bonus that we're okay with. And then we can kind of... Oh, there's culture from plantations. Yeah, let's use this. We're going to have, like, 4 plantations in our capital. That's a lot of plantation. That'll be 4 extra culture. And it'll probably get replaced at some point, but... Good stuff. Yeah, there we go. Chat. There's a desync, right? There's a delay with the chat. Now people are like, hey, how about oral traditions? Bum, bum, bum. Zane Tano says, too bad Quill is terrible at making friends. Well, we're going to have to be friendly in this game. We're just going to have to try. Let's go beat up this thing. And as soon as the library gets done, it'll actually work out. Library done in 6 turns, grow in 7. We'll have to put 1 turn in something else or wiggle-waggle things so we grow a little faster. Looks like there's not really a way to do that. We'll grow to size 6, so we'll put 1 turn in something, then start on the settler, and we'll try to grab this right away. I don't think anyone's in a position to steal it from us unless there's someone hiding in the fog right over here. I don't think Austria is going to go there. So I think we're going to be able to grab that spot, and I really like the position. Really like it. We are a little bit vulnerable to ships, but not that much. Assuming this is an inner sea, like a lake, then really there's a very narrow entrance here for ships. I'd rather get the XP, I think, on the archer, so let's go ahead and do that. Plus, this doesn't damage the archer. You will get, I'm thinking drill 2. I think that's fine. Go and pop that bad boy for 25 bucks. Some iron over here. Ooh, an archer, which we should be okay with. I'm sorry. Did you just park yourself where I want to be? Oh, you're just healing is all, right? Yeah. Do we want to fight this guy? The answer is yes. Wow. It's a lot horrific. What am I going to do with my archer? I think I might stand it in Bruges, just to keep an eye on things. Or, you know what? Let's go meet the city-state. Okay, that's a lot of fortification where I want to be. Yeah, you better leave. That shouldn't kill me. Pew! Pew! Stop shooting me. Thank you. Splat. Look at me with my combat animations turned on, you guys. Are you happy? Probably turn them off at some point, but, you know, for nows. Okay, you... I have done some things in the name of rage you would not believe, Austrian warrior. There you go. Get out! It's my house. Here, let's go and stand there. 2 turns away, 3 turns away. All right. I'm going to go, I suppose, in a more defensible hilly position and then fortify up and heal. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. We got our cocoa on board. We've got some positive happiness. Very nice. Let's go and get these cows hooked up. Always good to get a bit more food. Bruges, how you doing? You really need a worker. How much money do I have? Not enough. You're going to work on that shrine. You know what? Religion is so far away. Oh, you've got 0 production. But you are growing fast, so that's okay. We are going to need an extra worker. Actually, we're going to need 2 workers very soon. I'm pretty bad about getting my workers on board quickly enough. I suppose I could have delayed the library, but, you know. Tech is good, too, I hear. Alright, fortify up. You just sit tight and wait. Library is finishing. Put 1 turn into probably... You know what? Put 1 turn into a worker. We need the granary and stoneworks up soon, but we also need the worker. So yes, 1 turn into the worker, and then you're going to switch into building your settler. The Iroquois! Where are you, buddy? At least you're not the Shoshone. You don't have writing yet. I'll get back to you. Oh, you're over here. So there could definitely be someone in this neck of the woods. Hopefully they don't take the land I want. But it looks, I feel like we're going to get 3 cities that are going to perform pretty well. Bruges didn't get a unique resource, but we do have 3 in Brussels, which has worked out beautifully. We're going to get crabs over here and marble. So actually, that's pretty good. Our happiness is going to be good. We're going to have 3 excellent core cities, which is usually your early goal. We'll get to our 3. We'll build our national college. Is there going to be an early war? I suppose it's going to depend exactly on how jerky my opponents are, my neighbors. Religions are being enhanced. Okay, you have grown, so we're going to reset all your tiles and get you to start working on a settler. We'll put that up first. Thank you kindly. And they usually do a pretty good job of getting the absolute best tiles for a settler. Not always in here. That's pretty good. Technically, our settler might be able to work a little bit faster if we were doing, you know, this tile instead of that. But that is a non-inconsiderable amount of money plus the culture. So yeah, okay. Fair enough. Can't remember. I think that the mausoleum's already been built. Plus, we didn't rush it, so we wouldn't go for it. It would have been not bad with a couple of stone sources over here, but it's nothing we really have to worry about. Tempted to move this archer and just get a slightly different vision radius over here. We can still keep an eyeball on things. Just want to make sure nothing weird spawns over here that catches our settler on its way. And actually, you know what? I can take a turn to meet this person. Hey, Yerevan, how's it going? Here. I'll protect you. Boop. We do have some missions. I'm not going to give anyone any gold, but it'd be nice to get a trade route going to Vaduz. Hanging Gardens! Turn 60. Could we have done it if we beeline straight to construction? Maybe. But again, it's like you put so much effort into rushing it, and with 9 AIs, 9 immortal AIs on the map, almost impossible to pick it up. If we decide to go to war with Vienna, though, it would be a nice thing to grab. We'll see how it goes. Basically, if we're just going to keep an eye on her, if she starts to skyrocket, then we'll have to, you know, take the battle to her. All right, the wheel. Be able to get our roads up at some point, which is fine. Cattle hooked up there. Very nice. 5 turns away from our settler. Even though I do want to set up more plantations, I think the priority will be to help out in Bruges. So we'll try to get these cows hooked up so it can grow faster and get a little bit of production, because when you do build your pasture, you get that +1 hammer. So yeah, you don't get any more food from the pasture. You get the +1 hammer, but it's such a good tile that you want to work it no matter what. Work it, girl. Anyway, yeah, we want the growth. All right, fair enough. We'll want to build a road here at some point too, but let's work in that direction. 4 turns away there, feeling good about it. I don't really have the money to buy a worker. It's what, 2 something, 210? Worker, worker, worker. 310. Ooh, we can buy an emergency archer if anything happens, which is nice. Terracotta army has been built in the faraway land. All right, well, someone go nuts. Would be nice to do a little bit more scouting, but, you know, we can't have everything. Pasture these bad boys up. You're fully repaired. Let's wander a little bit. Wow. Okay, what are we going to call this? Is it Denmark? I guess. And a little land bridge into Norway? Ish. Sure. Seems reasonable. I wonder where those Iroquois are. And no, I don't say Iroquois. Which isn't wrong. Just my way is also right. So, yes, I'm really mature about dealing with feedback. Well, if you're going over there, I better move my archer back to there. Adopt a new policy. Yes, monarchy good. Are we about to build a national college? No, not yet. I can wait on aristocracy. So we'll grab this for a little less unhappiness. Boom, we're back up to +4. Very nice, especially as we're ready to build a new city. You know what's interesting about this and this tile? We could build another city on either one of these and again have a way to send our boats through. I'm thinking on this bit. Statue of Zeus, Napoleon, go nuts. Colossus. There's a lot of wonders that are going. I don't really have any desire to fight anyone. You know what, let's just go down here and explore more around this lake. 1, 2... So we won't be able to reach these crabs if we settle here. If we settled here, we could, but then we wouldn't get the straight crossing thing, which is not important. If this is an inner sea, we really don't need naval access over here. It's tempting to settle just on this hill. Which does mean we can't build a windmill later on, but early on we get +1 hammer in our base tile, which is pretty nice. We would get this extra crab, though. I know. Yay, settler! Okay. You're working reasonable tiles. Reasonable-ish. Finish that worker, yes, and then we're going to go for probably Stoneworks Granary. Get the basics going on. We'll need some walls in Bruges at some point. You're population 4, which is great. You still have no hammers whatsoever except for the base tile. It's amazing. Wait, where are you working? Oh, over here. Yeah, you're just working those food tiles. I suppose we could improve things a bit if we forced you to work the sheep. You would grow slower, which actually I would be okay with right now. Let's do that. Slows down your growth a little bit. We don't have unlimited happiness. We are going to settle down to the city. Probably can't grow much in a second anyway. We'll accelerate your construction. I'll feel good about myself. We'll probably have to build a library after that, although I'm really tempted to start building walls. Because this is a bit of a forward location. There's a bit of border strain. China loves me. Austria is neutral, which isn't ideal. Let's take a look at Info Addicts. World Factbook. Soldiers. I probably missed it. Oh, military manpower. Okay. No. I mean, obviously I'm at the bottom because I haven't built much. Austria doesn't have much either, though. So they have like 1 extra archer or something going around, which is not bad. We're actually about to finish construction, which means we get our composite bowmen. Yeah, we don't have to rush walls in Bruges, which probably means we'll start on our library after that. And then usually what I do is I end up buying the library in my 3rd city. So after construction, we're definitely going to go up to philosophy. All right. Even the computer's like, no, you don't want to settle there. And I'm like, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll take another look at the other side of the lake. Oh! Okay, that pretty much tells us what we're going to do. Hello, construction. Hello, classic era. So the Iroquois apparently have settled right here, which means our ability to get crabs is basically non-existent unless we rush it. I will definitely go and settle here, and I will purchase that fish tile instantaneously. Unless they spend the money, and I don't think the AI usually does. I don't think the AI usually buys tiles. I might be lying. I'm not sure. But we should be able to get here, settle it, and buy that tile before their culture auto-expands there. Cross our fingers, because we really want that fish. You may as well go all the way over here and just see what you can see. Hello, Grand River. Now, the Iroquois are not usually a big threat late game. They can be a little dangerous early on. They do have those really cool Mohawk warriors. I believe that's a World of Warcraft class that was made for Mr. T. So you're going to go there. You got the worker coming up, which is good. Need to get some roads up going soon. We need to get our trade routes going soon. But overall, not too bad. We're at the bottom of the score list, of course, because the AI just starts with more tech and that extra worker. So they kickstart early on. When you're at the higher difficulty, certainly Immortal, but especially on Deity, if you ever play Deity, you're just so far behind on score, like for most of the game. You're always playing catch-up, but that's okay. Build on the hill and buy the fish and crabs. 1, 2. I might have enough. I might have enough money. Build on the hill so you get the iron. Well, we'll get the iron from here anyway. Oh, there's the extra iron over there. The hill is a better location, isn't it? It's neat to be able to build a navy that goes around here, and if we want to fight the Iroquois, we could bring in here and bombard. It's actually really, really, really useful. I agree that, strictly speaking, this is a stronger city location. But I think this location here will also be fine. And just, I think we'll be really happy later on when we can have a couple of frigates or something and just bombard Grand River. Oh, so many people want on the hill. You do get the extra iron. You also get the deer. All right, it's a better spot. And we might be able to get that crab. I don't know how much money we've got exactly, but we'll see what we can do. Do I want to beat up on this guy just for the heck of it? Get some experience points? No, I just want to avoid it and do a little bit more scouting. Well, that's dangerous. All right, let's get this plantation going on. All right, we'll settle on the hill. Look at me listening to Twitch chat. This is a lot of attacks, and actually now I'm kind of pinned in. Should have just ran this way. Or attacked him from here. That's a lot of attacks. And we can't run away very far. We can only run one tile. But we've got to move. Okay. Bam. I will name you... What do you think? Ghent? Look how much I know about Belgium, you guys! 150. How much is this tile going to be? It would certainly suck. Well, I guess we'd still have... Oh, it's only 90. I don't understand. We need 3 gold. Next turn we'll be able to buy the fish. But getting the crab is a much higher priority. Okay, alright. I'm sold. This was a good spot. You win! Ow, I could actually start building the library as opposed to buying it. Especially since I don't have much cash right now. Maybe I will do that. It's 38 turns away until it grows. It'll grow. We're not, you know... We could, if we had enough money, but it's 400 gold, buy it when we get the National College tech, but we're not quite there yet. Plus, Bruges hasn't built its library. I think we're going to be fine to slow build it in Ghent, especially if we get a worker over there and improve their train relatively early. We're going to be good. We are not at positive happiness right now. So our cities can still grow a tick. And Bruges and Ghent will grow on the same turn right now. Which is actually okay. I don't mind that. Because it guarantees they both grow. If we got a little bit more cash, we could upgrade ourselves to a composite bowman, which will be nice. Actually, I'm going to move my archer out to try to cover my spearman over here. See if we can save the day. Oh, yeah, let's hook up the furs. I was trying to decide if I should start building a road, just get them out here to improve the deer. But hooking up the fear will be quite nice. I suppose ultimately we can still build one warm water ship over here. Shit. I'm going to tell him this because I don't want to lie to him. Because I'm going to buy one more tile. Would have been really nice if I could have just bought it all. They don't always whine about buying tiles instantly. So we sort of got unlucky there because we didn't get the chance to buy another one. So if you'd given me time to buy the one more tile, then I would have been perfectly fine to say, no, don't worry, bro. Now, I don't have the ability to embark, do I? No. Because that would be a way to escape. Move into the forest. It's a little bit safer there. I can come here and... Oops, that is not the button I wanted. Ever. Pew pew! Alright. I think we may save our spearmen yet. The other thing we can't do is get the harbor to connect everything up, but that doesn't matter. We would have wanted a road up here anyway. And I strongly suspect that we will have access to whatever is over here without competition. In fact, we might be able to plop a city down over here without too much competition, but the Iroquois might come there. Okay, what time is it? I think it is time for a break. We're going to take a short break. We're going to save the game, make sure nothing untowards happens. I'm pretty happy about our position as is. Ganzhou over here is going to have a slow start. It'll be good ultimately, but not too fast. I suspect China will continue to expand west, and will probably get pretty big. And when they get their Choknu, they're going to be kind of dangerous. Not going to deny that. But maybe we can stay friends with them. We're not going to have any border friction with them for a very, very long time. They have founded a religion, Taoism. I would be quite happy if they could spread Taoism to me. I would be more than happy to faith by cathedrals. That would be perfectly fine. They're going to get some extra science from spreading religion. Only if it's spread somewhere of a different religion, which there might not be a different religion kicking around here. Iroquois don't seem to have one. Hey, Magnus Strife, great stream. Been enjoying you and Mathis and Hots. It was super fun. And actually, last night I joined the lovely Momo, Kate, the Northern Lions' significant other, in some Heroes of the Storm. It was on her stream. You can probably find the VOD there, but I did record it locally, and I will probably try to upload that in a couple of days or something. They were quite good. I like Heroes of the Storm. Okay, short break. Be back in like 2 or 3 minutes. See you there.